yhtyeessä, joka myös mainetta niitä maailmalla niin paljon, että hirveästi esittelyjä ei tietystikään kaipaa. Nyt, hyvät naiset ja herrat, Bruce Dickinson!
I should do my Robin Williams impression and say good morning Vietnam, but we're nowhere near there, are we? Not yet, not yet. Welcome, and all the rest of it. How are you? Yeah? You survived? Yeah. Survived this? Summit?
Information.
You want information. What's the next bit? You won't get it. That's if you know The Prisoner, the TV show, and all the rest of it. Well, here we are. That's me doing my other day job. That's the back of my head up there. Have you you've been here all day?
Yeah.
The day before?
Yeah.
The day before that?
No.
Okay. And tomorrow you're going to take a holiday, right?
Yeah.
Because you've had death by PowerPoint for 2 days. Okay. Well, when I do this, they're very shocked that I only have 10 slides and none of them have any writing on them whatsoever. Because all the writing that I try and do, you're going to do yourselves in your own heads. Because the reason I hope that everybody's here is to try and change something, to try and switch on a little light bulb somewhere in you that you can go and take away. And most of the time, that's very difficult. I don't pay a lot of money for the record anymore. Some fans do, and we try and do something special because we should. Just giving away a CD, we need to do something special. But we accept that the market for CDs and physical products has gone down by 75%. But that doesn't mean that the market for music and downloads has gone down, and in fact, live is bigger than ever. And year on year, we're increasing our audience live by 20% a year. That's not old guys like me. That's young kids discovering that, and why they're discovering it, I believe, is one, I think we're pretty good, and two, is integrity. And people always value that. But there's always something interesting that comes up at an unexpected moment. And in this case, somebody approached us and said, why don't you do an Iron Maiden red wine? I went, why would we do that? They went, well, you could sell lots of bottles of red wine. Look, these guys sell red wine. And I said, well, yeah, I like red wine, but it's not really a kind of an Iron Maiden thing, is it? I said, I'm more of a beer guy, and we're British, and so look, if we're going to do something, it's an interesting idea, if we're going to do something, we should do a traditional British ale. And the guy said, well, so you mean you just take somebody's ale and you put your label on it? I went, no, that would be rubbish. That would be cheap, nasty. What we do, we create one. We actually create one ourselves, the taste, everything, okay, with the master brewer of a brewery, and, you know, do it that way around. So that's what we did. And seeing as I was the only one that was really interested in beer, because I do a lot of market research, I was the guy that sat down with the brewer and developed the beer. And it's a very, very nervous thing to do. Because suddenly, about the worst thing that can happen is that your friends drink your beer and go, yeah. is far worse than making a record. You know, it's much more nerve-wracking because far more people drink the stuff. So we got very lucky and we had a really big success, and it tastes really pretty fine. And we're actually now 4 million pints, 2 million litres sold worldwide, and we're the #2 imported beer in Sweden at the moment. But, of course, suddenly we've gone for all the right reasons to go and brew a beer, because it sounds like this is kind of fun, right? So that's it, Trooper. And I had a lot of fun brewing it. I had so much fun getting involved in the process. I learned so much that now I want to do it some more. But this is now selling as a mainstream beer in England, not as an Iron Maiden gimmick, because the integrity is, that's the way to get the integrity of the band out, is for it to be not about the band. We've created something which stands alone as its own brand, as its own beer. I think we'll be growing to around about 6 million litres of sales this year, and maybe more. It depends how it goes. But I'll just leave you with one unintended consequence. The unintended consequence of the Iron Maiden airplane was we left the colour scheme on the airplane when it went back to passenger service. That airplane flew around the world and was in Newark, New York, almost every day on a scheduled passenger service. For the next year, everybody in America thought that Iron Maiden was playing in New York. Which is brilliant. Advertising you cannot buy. So the unintended consequence of this, which I suddenly realised, of course, is that I don't mind how many times you download our stuff for free. What are you going to do when you listen to it? You're going to drink beer.